Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we will go straight over to those Bitcoin charts. So yeah, Bitcoin on the 4 hour. As you can see, we broke out the top of this downward sloping trend line. And also above this, above the horizontal target, which was basically around 27k as well. But mostly importantly, we broke above this trend line, which then triggered a move to the upside. Looks like a textbook liquidity grab. Where you basically take out the previous high, FOMO some people in, hit some stops, and then immediately pull back down again. Yeah, bare textbook that. This is what happens. This is basically usually the process of a double top, and obviously the converse is the what usually happens at a double bottom, where basically you will come down, bounce, come down again, take out that low, tap that liquidity, stop out the people that went long prematurely, FOMO some people in short, and then change direction. So I'm not necessarily saying that is what's going to happen here, but potentially that could happen. It does have the makings of a double top here, where you basically take out the high, you grab some extra liquidity, and then it is pretty much downwards from there. But yeah, like I said though, that is not necessarily what is going to happen. I mean, price wise, it's hard really to say, because this level was just a target we drew in. This should probably be more of an area, but we could probably look at the top of this level here, top of these levels. So probably around 20 23, the top of these levels. Where are we looking? Around about here. So yeah, we're probably looking about 27,200 or so. If we do get back below that level, then I think we will have a good chance of breaking below here, and then coming back down to at least back testing this 24k region. But yeah, that doesn't have to happen. This could just be the next it could just be the move to the upside. This could be just another bull flag playing out, but we will see in due course. At some point we are due probably some sort of a more severe correction than any point we've had recently. I say recently in this whole move up from down around 10,000. So basically pretty much nearly a 3x. We've not seen any but massive retracement. I mean, even if I measure this out, which is clearly our biggest retracement, it's not even. It is. I mean, it's basically about 15%. It's 16, but yeah, 15%. Is nowhere near 20%. Is nowhere near 40%. This is not a Bitcoin style retracement. So be aware of the Bitcoin style retracement that I believe will certainly come at some point. Obviously the Moon Boys are saying it's different now. We're not going to see the same amount of volatility. And to a certain extent, that potentially is true. We may not see moves of like a 40% pullback, but then that may just become a self-fulfilling prophecy in itself. People may then start to try and buy the pullback earlier, because they think we won't see a 40% pullback, and then they will then get squeezed, and then we end up with a 40% pullback, purely for the reason that people thought we wouldn't have one. But hey, that could happen. But yeah, just pure speculation, just pure mind games there. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. But yeah, at the moment, obviously, Bitcoin has got a decision to make. It's do we push on? Do we push on from here, or have we just grabbed liquidity, and are we in the process of forming a sort of double top here, and then we are going to pull back and test this 24k region? And if we do kind of look where from this high now, where a 40% pullback would get us to, it would get us to yeah, around 17k. So basically deep into this prior consolidation zone that we had. So yeah, not beyond the realms of possibility. Obviously, if we wanted to say, right, we're going to get less this time, 30%, 30% brings us to 20k, which is, well, I would say 20k was the main breakout point for Bitcoin. 20k was the level everyone was a bit infatuated with. I mean, it was pretty much the previous high. So to break out from 20k, come back and backtest 20k, I mean, that does not sound too unreasonable, but yeah, like I said, if people then try and buy that up, there is no reason they can't have one last squeeze below to get us to that 17k 40% retrace. But obviously none of this has to happen. We could just end up with another measly, or to be honest, 20% is not so measly. Not so measly after all, is it? I mean, right, so if we want to work on the assumption that we're not going to see the same amount of retraces, which I'm not working on that assumption, but if you want to work on the assumption we're not going to see 40% pullbacks in the Bitcoin price because things are the assets more mature and just all that junk that basically people will tell you that are just trying to convince themselves. But if you believe that, then so if you say okay, then maybe about 30% pullback, maybe is more appropriate, and then like I said, that could either get front ran and we could end up with just about 20%, or we could get overshot and then we do end up with a 40% anyway. So yeah, just be aware of that. We are due some sort of a retracement, and this 15% doesn't cut it as a major retracement. So basically we haven't had one, is what I'm saying. So yeah, watch out guys, watch out, and don't forget we're on the monthly 9. We are on the monthly 9, so obviously it just because other monthly 9s haven't necessarily had major pullbacks, although this one actually did. Just because other monthly 9s haven't, it doesn't mean that the TD just becomes useless on that time frame. That is not how the TD works. Some signals don't work, but it doesn't mean that there's not a chance of the next signal working on that same time frame. So basically we're on a monthly 9 is what I'm trying to say. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Ethereum USD, as you can see, looking good on the US, obviously the USD pairing, looking like a potential bull flag, holding up nicely here. This is the important pairing though. The important pairing, the Satoshi pairing. So yeah, we had basically our massive bounce back. This is a huge bounce in the context of just previous price action. That's a big green candle. So we got a lot of momentum there. We have come back and we back tested this horizontal level here. Not the first, I guess we kind of had this one here, but we back tested this horizontal. So do we hold this? Do we hold this range here? Can we hold this range here and then start to push on? Or if we do lose this level that we're pretty much at now, it is difficult to not see the bearish trend in this basically pairing to continue. So yeah, critical point in this trend here. Sorry, in this chart, in this price action, critical point right here. Bitcoin dominance as well, as you can see, having a bit of a move up. Probably a bit early for people to be calling a head and shoulders, but we will draw the trend line in. We'll draw the trend line in just for the sake of it. Not that it's necessarily going to play out this way, and this could just be an ascending, just basically an ascending, not an ascending triangle as such, but it could just be a high, just general higher lows. Which is clearly bullish and just can just indicate more upside. But this trend line may be important if we do take this out potentially down to this level here, which would give us a pretty nice run and would also give us the chance of more of a pullback in this asset. So what else? Yeah, DXY. We've got that 89 handle again. Yeah, I mean, on a 4-hour 9 at the moment, but just, I mean, we're testing this level again. This just can't seem to get a break, can it? Not that we want it to. You can see we dropped out the pennant we drew, back tested it in a textbook fashion, and then rejected, and then continued to the downside. I mean, this looks clearly looking bearish. It is clearly looking bearish, so unless we get some crazy green candles like we did in that in the Ethereum BTC, that was looking very bearish, then I mean, you can't really see anything other than this coming down to our target down here, where we expect 20k plus BTC, maybe even 30 that we were in a while ago, and then we did adjust it to 30 still a while ago also. So there we go. Let's keep an eye on that. Stocks obviously looking good. I mean, not really a lot to see here. Stocks looking good, holding up there. Silver is sort of looking like to me that we could be getting set for a move. This will probably move in the direction, obviously the inverse direction of the dollar, of the DXY, which I do expect, which is looking bearish basically. So therefore, you have to give this a high likelihood chance of breaking to the upside. And can that move? Let's put a price range target, because can this get me to 30k? And it will be a sprint to the finish between silver. Sorry, 30k. Yeah, $30. But it will be a sprint between this and a sprint between this and Bitcoin to 30k. So it brings us just short, but clearly that can be it could make it. It could make it basically to the $30. So this is getting too close to call now. Not that this probably interests any of you guys, but this $30 silver before 30k Bitcoin is becoming pretty too close to call. All I would say is that this looks like it could potentially break to the upside and get some acceleration. Bitcoin, to be honest, I'm not as confident as you probably guessed that this is just going to start catapulting to the upside. But nonetheless, this is Bitcoin. It can move this price action in like one 4-hour candle, and we are so close. So I mean, we're either going to smash this pretty soon, or we're going to basically sell off from here, with this being a front run of this level selling off. So not really much else to say there. What about gold? We don't look at gold much because we just don't like Peter Schiff. Not really. We just don't like gold because it's too expensive. Not really, just joking. But yeah, gold is looking constructive. It is looking constructive. It's obviously going to follow DXY. So what we are having in gold, though, just to clear it up for you guys, you might be wondering why the DXY is tanking low and gold hasn't moved up. It's because we have an unwinding of a hedging of the presidential election risk. So money was going into gold as a hedge, and that position is now unwinding in a clear risk on trending global macro markets. So just for any of you guys wondering what was going on there, that is what is going on here, and that is why this is weak. Once that position is unwound and they continue with dollar devaluation, then yeah, expect gold to then get a severe move on again. But we obviously had a large hedging into this asset pre-election, and is now unwinding post-election. So let's have a look also at nothing on here. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Let's have a look at those stochastics. Are the stochastics telling us that we can basically just catapult our way to 30k plus, or are they still looking a little bit weak like they were yesterday? 4 hours not looking bad. I mean, it's starting to have a little bit of a king, but it's still pointing to the upside. 10 hour has turned back up as well, and has pretty much near enough held this trend line. So are we going to end up with a similar to this? Oh, where was it? It was in the 12 hour. Are we going to end up to a similar to this in the 10 hour and just get jammed up there? 12 hour, speaking of the 12 hour, looking like it's going to want to turn back up as well. Daily is still up there though, so that's not bearish. 2 days still up there. 3 day, I mean, these are all there or thereabouts, just extended, but they can stay extended. Yeah, I mean, if this 10 hour and this 12 hour do start to get a move on to the upside, then we are going to see 30k BTC basically. So yeah, if we do move down from here, then I suspect they will turn back over, and then we probably will get a playing out of basically a double top here. With the move down, initial targets around 24k, and then if we lose that 20k, I mean, it's quite simple really. We've got clear defined levels now based on just price action. So yeah, it's all looking good. So anyway, that is it for Bitcoin. Big day for all you guys that are in Wise. Wise is going live this evening. I can't wait. Got some more videos coming for that today. I'm going to try and basically sort out my live streaming software and get that set up so I can do a live stream. I do need to do a live stream to give away all the ad money as well that I've received a few days ago. About a week ago actually now. I need to do that. I have to do it on a live stream just so you guys can see it's not fixed. And then seeing as I would have hopefully and then set up that live stream, I'll probably just do more live streams and also some live streaming with Wise in real time this evening. So yeah, I hope you guys are all excited for that. I know a lot of you guys on this channel, I know people watching this just for Bitcoin, fair enough, but a lot of the guys on my channel, you guys I have managed to get you involved in Wise, I guess, and let's hope it all works out for the best for us all. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I'll speak to you guys later on today.